Bill Cosby was released from prison Wednesday after Pennsylvania's highest court overturned his sexual assault conviction. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court's decision comes after Cosby served more than 2 years of a potential 3 to 10-year sentence following his 2018 conviction. The court found that a previous prosecutor had made a deal with Cosby not to charge him in the case. The comedian and actor was best known for his role as a lovable husband and father in the 1980s television comedy series The Cosby Show, earning him the nickname America's Dad. But his family-friendly reputation was shattered after dozens of women accused him of sexual assault over a period of decades. His conviction was widely seen as a landmark moment in the Me Too movement that brought forth an array of allegations against powerful men in Hollywood and beyond. Cosby was found guilty of sexually assaulting Andrea Constand in his home in 2004 after giving her unidentified pills. But the court ruled Cosby should never have faced charges after striking a non-prosecution deal with a previous district attorney more than 15 years ago, ruling he should not only be discharged, but adding, quote, "Any future prosecution on these particular charges must be barred."
Hello, everyone. This is Kendra Diggs here on Virus. We talk about Bill Cosby. Yes, Bill Cosby is a free man. Bill Cosby has been free since being released from prison after an overturn of his sexual assault case. And Bill Cosby walking away a free man after his sexual assault case. And the Pennsylvania Supreme Court deemed it, overruled it. But first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag ViralHealConnect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on Vibes. We talk about comedian Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby, well-known comedian for decades of comedy, decades of laughs. Bill Cosby is now a free man after the horrendous act that he committed, but for the sexual assault case amongst 18 women. Bill Cosby been charged a couple of years ago with the 2004 case of the Temple University situation with him and another lady. And he lost. He had to go to jail. Now Bill Cosby walks away a free man, and all the ladies with this.
Bill Cosby was released from prison Wednesday after Pennsylvania's highest court overturned his sexual assault conviction. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court's decision comes after Cosby served more than 2 years of a potential 3 to 10-year sentence following his 2018 conviction. The court found that a previous prosecutor had made a deal with Cosby not to charge him in the case. The comedian and actor was best known for his role as a lovable husband and father in the 1980s television comedy series The Cosby Show, earning him the nickname America's Dad. But his family-friendly reputation was shattered after dozens of women accused him of sexual assault over a period of decades. His conviction was widely seen as a landmark moment in the Me Too movement that brought forth an array of allegations against powerful men in Hollywood and beyond. Cosby was found guilty of sexually assaulting Andrea Constand in his home in 2004 after giving her unidentified pills. But the court ruled Cosby should never have faced charges after striking a non-prosecution deal with a previous district attorney more than 15 years ago, ruling he should not only be discharged, but adding, quote, "Any future prosecution on these particular charges must be barred."
Bill Cosby wanted to plead his innocence. Now at an old age, Bill Cosby is released from jail. So Bill Cosby trying to, I guess, I'm just gonna be crocheting for a while, I guess. But Bill Cosby walking away a free man, being overturned by the Pennsylvania court after they said he drugged women, he raped women, and said due to his age, he's just walking away a free man, and he lost his sight, his blind sight, Bill Cosby. So I guess they're trying to put compassion for Bill Cosby because of his health condition. All right, let's see what you people had to say out there about Bill Cosby walking away a free man after the Pennsylvania Supreme Court overturned his sexual assault case with this.
Hello, I'm Terry Moran, coming to you from ABC News Washington Bureau with some breaking news today, some surprising news out of the court system. Bill Cosby, who had been served 2 of a 3 to 10 year sentence for sexual assault, has been his conviction on those crimes has been overturned, and he will leave prison today, we are told. Bill Cosby, convicted of aggravated indecent assault and serving a 3 to 10 year prison sentence in Pennsylvania. The Supreme Court of Pennsylvania has overturned his sexual assault conviction because the Supreme Court found that a previous prosecutor had cut a deal with Bill Cosby to hear his side of the story, and that because that deal promised essentially that Cosby would not be prosecuted, his conviction that a future prosecutor had brought the case must be overturned. It is a tangled legal issue, basically a technicality, but the bottom line is Bill Cosby is going to leave prison today because, according to the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania, he was granted a deal to come talk to prosecutors. They used that evidence against him, and that is unconstitutional. The court saying that Bill Cosby was, quote, operating under the reasonable belief that the prosecutor decided not to prosecute him, and that when a future prosecutor in the same case decided to do so, that was against his Fifth Amendment constitutional rights against self-incrimination because he'd already talked to prosecutors.
Hello, everybody. I just want to cry. I don't know if y'all heard the shocking news, y'all, but it's being reported that Bill Cosby is being released from the pen. Yes, everything is going to be overturned. His case is being overturned just in time for my birthday. Isn't this beautiful? And he's going to be out of jail just in time for his birthday because his birthday is July the 12th, the same day of my daddy's birthday. And this is so touching, y'all. We're just so excited because we know Bill didn't do any of that. I mean, those women were saying those things, honey, and I understand it, but some of them got paid, goddammit, to say it, and then they still, honey, took the money and got home, able to go home, y'all. Bless his soul. And I know Miss Camille is going to be so happy, honey, to have Bill back at home, y'all. And I'm excited for her, and I'm excited for their family, and I'm excited for him. You know, people were kind of talking about, you know what, Bill Cosby, you know, he did this and he did that. But let me say this here, honey, about Bill Cosby, baby. Bill Cosby had not been for Bill Cosby, a lot of these damn Negroes at Morehouse College, honey, wouldn't be there. Because, honey, Bill and Camille Cosby donated millions of dollars to Morehouse and all the black colleges, honey, before black people even knew about how to donate. Bill and Camille was donating money, honey, so let's be clear about that. And I think they had to scrape their name off the doggone building because of, you know, of what society says about this man, though. But it's a sad day, and it's a great day. I am so glad that he's being released from jail, y'all, and I cannot wait, honey, to hear what he got to say in the near future. And all those people, honey, that said bad things about that man, they need to be ashamed of themselves. Cause I'm teared up and sad about it because it's a great day in the world, honey, to me. So I don't care what y'all say. To me, it's a great day in the world. So congratulations, honey. Go out to Bill Cosby, honey, and we're glad he was able to get out of jail when he was alive. At least he's still alive, honey, to at least live a day or so, honey, to talk about it. But he looks so good, honey. Bless his soul. And I wonder, honey, if Oprah them and all these girls, honey, even though I think Oprah probably, you know, she probably talked with him. I hope she did. But I hope all these girls, honey, that Bill Cosby helped rallied around him, you know, and helped him out and supported him while he was in jail. Because, you know, everybody turned their damn back on him. Because, you know, when you do get in trouble, especially when you're black and you got money, honey, the other blacks with money, honey, they can't say nothing. Oh, because we scared the man going to make us lose our money. So, you know, so they don't say nothing. But I'm sure he knows, honey. And he'll take names, honey. And, honey, he wrote down some things, honey. And I know he know, honey, who was on his side, you know, while, you know, he was going through that terrible time, locked up in jail, honey. So congratulations, honey. Go out to Bill Cosby and Miss Camille Cosby, y'all, honey. It's a great day in the world, y'all. So, honey, we'll chat later, honey. So y'all have a great day and a better tomorrow. And this was a great birthday gift to me, even though I might not have nothing to do with it. But, honey, I think it's a great thing that this man is, you know, being released from jail, honey. At least while he's still alive. So congratulations, y'all. Have a great day. And
why exactly Cosby's conviction is being overturned.
All right, so it's going to take us a step in the past just so we can fully understand what happened. In 2005, the DA at the current time made a decision that he didn't feel that he could secure a criminal conviction against Bill Cosby. So what he did was he negotiated a deal that said he would not criminally prosecute Bill Cosby. By doing that, it forced Bill Cosby to have to testify during the civil trial. The DA at the time thought that that was going to be the most and fair justice on behalf of the victim. Because when you don't have criminal charges you're not facing any, you then can testify in the civil trial. That deal was struck at the time. What happened in these recent 2015 cases is they went to those specific depots in the civil trial, used his statements to corroborate the criminal charges and get them in before the statute of limitations. The Supreme Court has essentially stated that the only reason he testified in the civil trial was his reliance upon that deal that they would not prosecute. His reliance on that should have extended because, as we know, the state attorney's office is an office. It's not an individual person. So that promise to not criminally litigate should have carried over to these new charges. And that's essentially the breakdown that the Supreme Court found. And they found that that prosecution violated the original agreement.
And so, Shauna, there were multiple accusations against him. More than 50 women came out with their claims against Bill Cosby. Some people will see him being let out of prison and think that maybe this means he's innocent. But that is not what this means.
Not at all. This isn't a question of innocence or guilt. This is a question of procedure. When the state attorney makes a deal with someone and they are facing criminal liability, the Supreme Court has essentially said that whatever deal they strike, they must stick by because this office is allowed to make those determinations and that they had to stick by the agreement that they were not going to prosecute based on this particular instance.
And so Cosby has already served more than 2 years of his sentence at a state prison near Philadelphia. What happens next?
What we're looking at is he's going to be released. He'll go back to living his normal life, and they will not be able to bring any additional charges for these, and they're barred from bringing them as per the Supreme Court order.
And so if they're barred from bringing them, what does that mean for survivors that came forward? He can't be tried again for these same crimes, correct?
That is correct. And unfortunately for the survivors, that means that they are barred from actually looking for any sort of criminal prosecution in these cases. Unless there was a new case that should happen, there's not going to be criminal charges that will be brought. The only time he'll serve is what he's already served.
Uplift women. This is
that deal. The court finding that Bill Cosby's Fifth Amendment right was violated by prosecuting him, and the whole conviction has to be overturned.
For a split Pennsylvania State Supreme Court, the highest court in Pennsylvania, Terry, this is really a matter of fundamental fairness and due process. For reasons that the court details in a 79-page opinion, they say that when a prosecutor makes an unconditional promise of non-prosecution, that must be adhered to. Bill Cosby had entered into this agreement with a previous prosecutor. Then a new DA came along in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, and opted to bring these sex assault charges. And when he did, the court said prosecutors, yes, have discretion, but cannot undermine fundamental fairness and due process. And the only remedy, the court said, Terry, is to allow Bill Cosby to leave prison, which he will do after serving about 2 years of his sentence.
It is just an extraordinary development. The Supreme Court of Pennsylvania overturning Bill Cosby's conviction because of this previous deal that Cosby had made with a previous prosecutor. The court saying that because of that deal, this prosecution resulting in his conviction must be overturned. And
name, likeness to uplift women. This is a man who refused to perform at the White House with Nixon.
Talk about it.
Nixon put him on a communist list in the 60s, along with so many other great names like Dick Gregory, Jane Fonda, How could a man who was being watched by the FBI every day be raping and drugging women in the 60s or 70s, especially a black man? Today, innocence came to Mr. Cosby with the help of these wonderful attorneys.
Yes, yes.
To his right, you will see Miss Jennifer Bunjean. She argued the appeal. To my left, you see Brian Perry.
Yes.
To Brian's left, Ashley Cohen. And then you have
Haley
Cohen. These are women and men
They kicked ass.
who from all walks of life. As I said earlier, James Brown made a song. It's a man's world. There would be nothing without a woman and girl.
Talk about
Mrs.
it.
Cosby was that woman.
Yeah. She's the queen.
7 years.
Yeah. She's the queen.
The matriarch of the Cosby family, who fought for his vindication, who said he would be vindicated. And today, on this hot day, this is a hot verdict for us that
That's
we
right.
will forever cherish.
That's right.
Because we got one of the greatest,
Yes.
or the greatest
Yes.
entertainer alive today.
Yeah.
Most veterans think getting pre-approved in minutes to buy a home is impossible. But with the VA loan experts at Veterans United, it's not. Just like finding one of those plastic container lids isn't impossible. Oh, that was all you, Wendy. Veterans United. We turn heroes into homeowners.
Mr. Bill Cosby,
Mr. Bill
great
Cosby.
American citizen, this American treasure.
That's right. That's right.
With us today.
Hey, hey.
Bunjean, say a few words. Ms. Bunjean?
Yes.
He hates that. Don't
we
do
are
that.
thrilled to have Mr. Cosby home. He served 3 years of an unjust sentence.
Too long.
He did it with dignity and principle, and he was a mentor to other inmates. He was really, as I say, doing the time. The time was not doing him.
He's a classy man.
And I want to say this about the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. They demonstrated that they were impervious to the court of public opinion, which, frankly, the lower courts were not. Mr. Cosby, we knew all along he never should have been prosecuted for this. He had every right to rely on the prosecutor's word. And they pulled the rug out from underneath him because of politics, because of the court of public opinion, and that is not how our system should operate.
Absolutely.
When that happens, there cannot be a just sentence. And if there had been a just verdict and a just sentence, we wouldn't be here fighting. But there was not a just sentence and not a just verdict. And I think it's really important that we keep our eye on the ball, that our Constitution is sacred, and that we need to uphold it at all times. And I'm glad that the Pennsylvania Supreme Court saw that.
Brian Perry.
I'm very proud of the team that we put together. I'm very proud to be part of this case. We always thought that eventually this is where it would end up. Mr. Cosby and I had many talks over the last couple of years. I predicted it, and we're here. It's a good day for the Cosby family.
Mr. Cosby, how does it feel to be home?
Well, he is extremely happy to be home. He looks forward to reuniting with his wife and his children. And obviously, this has been a hard 3 years for this entire family. And it's really a blessing for him. And he says, his heart is just beating really fast, and he's happy.
And we have Ashley here who worked on the case. Ashley, say a few words. Ashley Cohen.
I'm just honored to be part of such an amazing team. These lawyers did an incredible job, and I'm so thankful to be a part of it and to help Mr. Cosby, and I'm just proud to be here and watch him get released.
And this wonderful attorney, Haley, you see right here. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Her father
Yes.
was in prison with Mr. Cosby. And he sent a message to Mr. Cosby before he left today for her. Say a few words.
He did. He said that he loved me very, very much, and I...
What's your father's name?
Richard. And I, in return, love him very, very much in return, and I was glad that Mr. Cosby and him got to know each other while incarcerated together, and I'm blessed and so grateful to be here to see Mr. Cosby be released.
And in closing, this was an unwanted 3-year vacation that Mr. Cosby never asked for. But in hindsight, we're happy that he got it because he was able to pull the covers off of the corruption in Montgomery County with the crooked DA, with the crooked judge, Steele and O'Neill. These same people find this man, this American citizen, I don't know how a DA has that much time on his hands to fine him $2,010 for not cutting his yard. I was on the way to pay that fine when I got a call from Nick DeHatt. And Nick told me that they had vacated the conviction. You know, what we saw today was justice. Justice for all Americans. Mr. Cosby conviction being overturned is for the world and all Americans who are being treated unfairly by the judicial system and some bad officers, because all officers are not bad. So we want to thank this entire team. We want to thank Mrs. Cosby, her family. I want to thank my family, and just thank you all for those who decided to tell the truth and allowed us to tell the truth when we had the opportunity.
Truth to power!
How you feeling, Mr. Cosby? How you feeling? Are you happy?
Free! Shit, how's he feeling? He's feeling free.
Came out to see us, Bill.
Nick, you better do right by him when you make this video. I'm telling you, they let.
A lot of people had a lot to say about Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby walking away a free man after the damage he had done with the sexual assault case. But I guess now since he's getting older, they're trying to give him clemency and trying to, shed light like, hey, he ain't gonna he's just on his last years. So they're trying to give him that. But Bill Cosby walking away a free man. We'll have the latest, more information on Bill Cosby, on what he had done in the past. So for me being Kendrick Dick saying so long, we'll see you next time for another edition of Vow.